We aim to support, empower, and connect students by providing them access and opportunities to advance their career choices, action success, and achieve their goals. We have a positive and multicultural approach that hones interpersonal skills for individuals to be future leaders and have passionate personalities. Welcome to the Outreach Mentor. We are here on a beautiful Sunday evening enjoying the weather. I'm here with Abigale Kyra Fernandez.
Hello to all the viewers watching the Outreach Mentor. I'm so excited to be here. The weather is lovely and I cannot wait to share so much with all of you guys.
Okay, so Abigale is here to talk to us about life in Europe, and she is studying there. So we'll just ask her a few questions about what it's like to leave home. Well, she has been studying in UAE. So let's hear it from you, Abigale. What's it like to have left UAE and studying in Europe now?
I think UAE will always be home to me, but I think the opportunity that you're going to be getting in Europe, being on your own and studying, is going to be amazing because you're going to gain a lot of experience, you gain a lot of knowledge, and you grow as a person in the short span of time that you spend there. So it's definitely one of the best experiences and one of the best decisions that I think I've made.
That's wonderful. So what do you think? I mean, do you think in comparison to the United States and the UK that everybody rushes to, do you think Europe gives a different kind of atmosphere or a different place to go to if you want to study and focus on any particular subject? Is it better to be in Europe?
Well, if you ask me, I think it all depends upon the course that you're taking. So it's completely subjective. If you feel that your course will be able to, like Europe is the place where you think you will be able to do best in your course. Like for me, I think it's the best place that you can go and learn in, and the experiences I think pretty much remain the same. It's all about I think the university more so ever which you go to. So keeping all that in mind, I think like it's like several factors that come into play which actually give you that experience. So
What about the distance? How far is it?
for me it's just 6 hours.
Oh,
So
that's great.
yeah, so it doesn't take a lot of time, and the flights going every day. I think Europe is it's very happening for students if you see. So yeah, it's not a lot of distance. Yeah.
That's why we can get you to come so
Yeah.
often to visit us. So that's great being in Europe.
Yeah.
And now let's talk about staying in Europe. I mean, will you be able to manage with your finances and the euro and everything? Do they use euros in where you are staying, or it's the particular currency of that city?
So, well, I must say that Europe is very, very cost convenient. It's very cost efficient, and it's like you will like if you're able to afford UK and the United States, then you're definitely going to be able to afford Europe as well.
Okay.
And yeah, in terms of like the currency, as you mentioned, I think euros, yes, you can use euros, but even the local currency will do enough. So like I think it's better to use the local currency over there, I would suggest, because it's like the cost conversion rates and all, I think they're just perfect. You don't it's very reasonable, I can tell you.
Okay. And what about you being a student? Do you get any perks?
Well, definitely. I mean, we are students after all, so if you have your student ID card, then
Travel? How is travel?
yeah, I think like a lot of airlines, they definitely give you student discounts.
No, what about in Europe?
Oh, in
if you're
Europe,
a
yeah.
student?
You have the Euro Rail, definitely, and
So do you pay lesser if you're a student?
yeah. We have discounts on train tickets. We have certain discounts on any sort of restaurants that you go to. If you show your card, you get it. So you do have a lot of discounts as students. You have a lot of benefits as students, and I think more than discounts on these materialistic things, you get a lot of discounts on, like, student programs. If you see, you get to experience. You can go to different forums. You can go to
Cultural
different
centers.
conferences, cultural centers, museums. So, like, there are wide opportunities for students if you study in the Europe.
Oh, that's wonderful. So in our next segment, we'll be talking about studying in Europe with Abigale Kyra Fernandez.
Thank you.
We are back here with Abigale, who's going to tell us all about studying in Europe. So Abigale, what do you think a student should do if at all they want to study in a college abroad? Should they go through a directly university website, or should they go through some kind of a counselor?
Well, definitely, I think first a university website. I think that would be the best, because you'll be able to understand the different kind of course options that you can take, and what exactly is the university distinguished for, etc. But yes, then it would be best to go through a counselor to validate if, like, you're making the right decision, and then I think the counselor will help you a lot in helping you choose out of the many options that you have. So a counselor would definitely be able to facilitate you, but I think if you want to do your homework first, it would be best to visit the university website.
So I would think also it should be, as you said, they should do their homework first.
Yeah.
Because all counselors will always definitely ask you, but what are you looking for?
Correct.
Right?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
it's better that they go into the website and
Yeah.
then they see the kind of courses available and
Yeah.
which kind of universities and things like that.
Right.
Do you think that some kind of universities in Europe are cheaper than the ones that are there in UK or America or Australia?
Yeah, definitely. I think, like, Europe is a very good option if you're looking for cost efficiency, but it's not that cheap. Also, like, if you look at some of the well distinguished colleges or universities in Europe, definitely they would be having a much more higher fee as compared to that in the United States and UK. So, like, it's all about how distinguished your university is and what rank does it have, etc. Because I feel like sometimes you might have, like, the universities might be really very expensive in UK and in the US, but if they are not if they do not have a very good rank, it means nothing, right? So I think, like, it's you must strike the right balance between cost efficiency and rank.
Okay, and then what about subjects that you choose? So the subjects that you choose in 11 and grade. So are you saying that they should first do their homework of universities and then choose their?
Yeah, definitely. Like, if you have you have this sort of a mind map about what you want to do in your future, then definitely you can go to the university website. You can see what sort of subjects do they require, what are their requirements in terms of percentage, etc. And then, in 11th and 12th, I think that will help you make a better decision, a much more well informed decision, I must say. Because if you do not take the right subjects, then it's like taking a much more longer route to what you want to do, right? So if you have a shorter path in terms of the subjects that you can opt and you can easily score in, then might as well do that. So I think, like, if you have some sort of a target already with what you want to achieve, then it can help you better. But nonetheless, if you still do not know what to do, it's not late, even if you make that decision after 11th and 12th.
What about the grading system? Is it any different from any other colleges abroad besides the one you have in Europe, the ones in UK and America? Is the grading system the same?
I'm actually not, I cannot speak for UK and the US, but I definitely do know that in Europe or in my university, we have a credit system. So you require a certain amount of credit to pass the year, and to complete the course you need these like you need to have a certain amount of credits.
So are these
only
credits
then.
just studying credits?
Yes, they're studying.
They're
No,
not
they're
voluntary work.
I think like there are other universities which take into account voluntary work to gain those credits,
and
but
internships as well.
yeah, I think some universities do that. But specifically speaking of mine, we based on our exams, once we finish that exam, we get a credit for it.
Oh, that's very interesting.
Yeah.
So you're enjoying studying in Europe, I can see.
Yeah, I think it's definitely an experience of a lifetime. It's something that I can look back to, and I would say like if you want quality, and if you want cost efficiency, and if you want just a very wholesome experience, Europe is something that you should definitely keep in your options. And do not I think look at a much more wider spectrum in terms of what you want to do, and the amount of years that you need to give into what you want to do.
What about safety? How safe is it for you, especially as a girl? Is it very safe living in Europe as a student?
Well, I must stress on this that safety is the best in Europe, I will say. Like, I think from the experiences that I've heard of my other colleagues and what I have experienced, I think I must say, like, I've never faced, in the shortest time that I've stayed in Europe, I've never really faced anything that's endangered my safety. So safety is definitely it's lovely in the Europe. Like, you're taken care of well, and I think it's more of the connections that you make around in that place. So if you have university senior students, you can take support from them. Your university is there to support you themselves. So yeah,
That's great. So it was wonderful talking to you about the studying in Europe part.
so that's about my life in Europe, and if you want to know more, stay tuned with the Outreach Mentor. This is Abigale Kyra signing off. Bye bye.